I'm going to show you a clip. This is what a gaslighter does. This is classic gaslighting. It's where you try to make somebody sound really stupid, but you never reveal the reason why the other person is doing what they're doing. So in this clip, Jimmy Kimmel is going to ridicule the president for showing a video at a press conference that Trump is trying to make himself look good, that nobody knows why he's doing this. Well, he's doing it because in Congress, they're trying to pass some kind of a measure blaming Trump for the way he handled the beginning of the pandemic, of the COVID pandemic. But remember two things. We had a Super Bowl February 2nd. They were expecting that Trump should have shut the country down January 15th with no deaths in the United States, and with the Super Bowl 2 weeks away, that he was just supposed to shut everything down. You don't think these same people who are now going to condemn him would have not condemned him for doing that back then? For trying to be such an egomaniac that he wanted to control everything and make it all about him? And here's something else. February 15th. Oh, by the way, we had an impeachment vote going on. And whenever things like that happen, then a president who's being impeached, because this happened to Bill Clinton too, anything they do is they're accused of doing to take attention away from the impeachment. So there was an impeachment going on. We had the Super Bowl coming up, and on February 15th, the U.S. Democrat-led House Judiciary voted the committee voted to repeal the 7-country travel ban. So they were trying to open up our air travel while Trump was in the process of shutting it down. And yet Trump is being blamed for the way he started handling the COVID-19 epidemic. So what Trump did is he did a preemptive strike to say, look, this is what we did. And clowns like Jimmy Kimmel ridicule him and say, what's he doing? Why is he doing this? He's doing this because Congress is ready, someone in Congress is ready to put together a bill to once again attack Trump. Now watch what a gaslighter does. Now that you know all that, watch the gaslighter in action.
On it. By all accounts, this was the likes of which no reporter seems to have ever seen at the White House. But in fairness, in the interest of equal time, Trump's unhinged performance did receive one rave review.
I've seen a lot of the president's briefings. I held a few of them myself. Today was one of his best.
He's not going to come to your birthday party, Sean. When are you going to get that through your head? Trump isn't just talking up a storm. He's also tweeting one. Why he's doing this, why he's picking this fight, I have no idea, but there's no...
Liar! Liar, 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 gaslighter. He knows why they're doing it. He knows why the White House is preparing this, because there are people in Congress who want to blame him for how he started dealing with the pandemic in January. All right? So he knows. So he's looking you right in the eye and telling you he has no idea why Trump is doing this. This is what a gaslighter does. And ever since he had medical issues with his own child, he's been this way. And what he never talked about, never ever talked about, were how seniors were being disposed of in this country, in part because those funds had to be shifted to those coming in. Our seniors came to this country 50, 60, 70 years ago, worked, didn't get any entitlements when they first got here, and now they're being trivialized up until this year. Now they're trying to do something. They were being trivialized and marginalized, all right? People who are coming now or undocumented are getting instant entitlements. So he was all freaked out about Obamacare and this and that without acknowledging that part of our resources are being siphoned off by undocumented migration. Another gaslighting issue. So this guy is a gaslighter. And it's so sad because he seems like such a stand-up guy, you know, like your best friend, but he's a bullshitter. Total bullshit. I'm going to play it again so you can really, really hear how he's acting all innocent, like Trump's being paranoid. I was gaslighted in the ER, and my mom died as a result. I'm very sensitive to this. I didn't know I was being gaslighted at the time. When the ER nurse disconnected my mom's machines because the alarms are going off, and she couldn't get them to stop, so she just left the machines disconnected and walked out of the room, and then had us discharged. Called the code gray on me when I said we're not leaving. We erased the video I shot to prove that they were not documenting her condition she was in. Okay, I was gaslighted. I was further gaslighted in Democrat-controlled California by law enforcement, by politicians, by attorneys. Nobody cared what happened to my mom. This sweet, beautiful woman at 91 who was just brutalized in the ER, and nobody cared. We were dumped in the rain. 91-year-old woman with pneumonia, which was never documented because when she started wheezing, they refused to recheck her vitals because they knew if they were lower, they would have to keep her in the ER. And the ER was packed. And that was the 2017-2018 United States senior flu epidemic that the media was too busy going after Trump to talk about. How our seniors are being mistreated. So listen to the gaslighter, Jimmy Kimmel, one more time.
Yeah,
I'm going to go backwards and just so you can listen to his words.
Of myself, today was one of his best.
He's not going to come to your birthday party, Sean. When are you going to get that through your head? Trump isn't just talking up a storm. He's also tweeting one. Why he's doing this, why he's picking this fight, I have no idea, but...
See, he's lying. He knows why. Because in Congress, they're preparing bills to condemn the president. Again, one more time. They're not going to investigate why the ventilators are being used improperly. They're not going to investigate why we covered up 2017-2018, the United States senior flu epidemic, which is why we were unprepared this year. That is why we were unprepared. Nobody released senior death numbers, so when they kicked my mom out of the ER, they knew there was an epidemic. They didn't know that seniors were dying at 10 times the rate of any other group because the CDC did not release that information, and the media never picked up on it. They were too busy following Trump. They're always politicizing. Any news story that these clowns come up with has to be politicized. They never go after the core story. They go after it from a Trump point of view. So, whatever you think of Trump, it doesn't matter. I voted for Hillary Clinton and I'm pissed. I'm pissed because the party that's supposedly for the people is really more about having their own political power, letting undocumented in, and letting all the seniors twist in the wind, as they've been doing up until this year. Now everybody's concerned. They weren't concerned 2 years ago. You should hear, if you had heard the crap I heard about why my mom's death did not matter and why it would not be investigated, you would be stunned. I was in shock at the time. I have PTSD from it. Every time I see a clown like this gaslight somebody.
Was one of my all-time
gaslighting.
A good old
gaslighter.
Mutiny every now and then is an exciting and invigorating thing to watch, especially when the mutineers need so much from the captain. Too easy. This is unbelievable. Not only is he threatening not to help states with federal assistance, with our money, the captain from Mutiny on the Bounty, and he...
All right. He's just a clown. That's all there is to it. He's lying on the air. He's saying there's no reason Trump should be defending himself when he's about to be attacked again. And it just sickens me. I know a gaslighter when I see one and when I hear one, and this guy gaslighted tonight. Totally. And it just sickens me.